Watch this. One real prompt to ChatGPT 5.5, a frontier model, 4 seconds. Beautiful, right? But in the real boardroom, this slide failed. And why it failed is the thing almost nobody is talking about. Because a few weeks ago, I was in Detroit, a dozen of us in the room, automotive people, the kind who actually sign off on the big calls, comparing notes on where AI really lands in our business. And one of them said something I haven't stopped thinking about. She said, AI is all over my team's work now, and good, I want them using the tools. But I've started to worry no one really reads the output anymore. It comes back beautiful and generic, no personality, all polish, almost no substance. People skim it and move on. She just put her finger on it. Here's what changed. Pretty used to take skill. Now everyone in that room has the same tools that do it in seconds, so Pretty doesn't set you apart anymore. It's the floor. What still does? 2 things AI can do for you: make the point and defend it. So let me show you both on my own screen. First, how to turn a generic AI slide into one a board leans into. Then, how to use AI so you walk in, unrattleable. Start with the highest leverage fix in any deck, the title. Most titles are labels Q3, performance, market overview, our AI strategy. Here's the test. Say the title out loud, then ask, so what? If it just names the topic, it fails. If it answers, so what? You've got a thesis. Q3, performance is a label. We're losing our most profitable segment, and here's the fix. That's thesis. One makes them read on, the other makes them check their phone. And this isn't rare, it's everywhere. A title slide that says introduction, a 40-bullet strategy page nobody could repeat back. Key takeaways with no takeaway. And look, some of these are gorgeous. That's the point. They're beautiful and they say nothing. McKinsey calls the fixed action titles. Barbara Minto built a whole method on it. Same idea, your title is the one line they'll remember. Spend it on a point, not a label. Let me show you with real data from the industry. US car sales last quarter from Car and Driver. It's the kind of review you'd hand a junior analyst and the lesson transfers to any team. Watch what the AI gives me and where I have to step in. Bottom rung, dump the numbers into a chart and you get this chart title, Series 1, useless. So I ask AI to fix it, make it an amazing professional executive slide. And honestly, it's stunning. Real headline, clean layout, looks finished, except read this line. It says the momentum is in hybrid and EV adjacent demand. There is no powertrain column in my file. It made that up. It invented an insight because it sounded smart. That's the trap. Looks finished is not is finished. And the prettier it is, the less you question it. So I stop grading it on looks and give it a real bar. I tell it, you're my analyst presenting to executives and it has to clear 6 lenses, 9 out of 10 before it shows me anything. Audience, 1 message, hierarchy. Proof every number sourced, Polish. An action line, same AI, completely different output. The fabrication's gone and now it flags what it can't know. Then I push, be your harshest reviewer. What's the one non-obvious insight here? And here's the part it could never do alone. I know something the numbers don't say. Rev 4, dropping 48%, isn't lost demand. It's a model changeover, a supply gap. I handed that one piece of judgment and watch. It makes that the headline. Same data, same AI, 4 minutes apart. One said chart title, this one says RAV4's drop is a supply mirage, Rams plus 25 is the real warning. That's not a prettier slide. That's a point and it's mine because I'm the one who knew it. But here's where most people stop and where that executive's real fear lives. You can have the perfect slide and still fall apart the second someone pushes on it. A slide you didn't think through, you can defend. So the second thing AI is genuinely great for has nothing to do with making it pretty. It's making you ready. Different tool, different job. I have AI build, a real decision brief, build versus buy, the kind of call you take to leadership. But I don't ask for pretty I ask it to surface its own assumptions, tag every invented number name, its own top 3 risks, and flag the one most likely to be wrong. And notice, this thing isn't beautiful. It's plain. And it's 10 times more useful than the gorgeous slide because every soft spot is labeled, so I can pressure test it before anyone else gets the chance. Then I do the thing almost nobody does with AI. I flip it around. Gemini has a mode called Guided Learning. ChatGPT has Study Mode. And instead of answering, it asks. So I tell it, don't help me, quiz me. Play the most skeptical VP in the room, someone who hates this recommendation. Ask me the 5 hardest questions, one at a time, and don't accept a vague answer. And it does. Why do I trust that cost number? What happens if the timeline slips? Why not just do nothing? And somewhere in there, it asks the one question I can't answer cleanly, and that's the gift. I just found the hole in my own case in private instead of live in front of the board. So put it together. The workflow isn't prompt, paste, present. It's you think first, what's the point? AI drafts it and makes it pretty. Then you cut it down, add the judgment only you have, and own it. Then AI drills you until you can defend it. AI for the pixels and the practice, you for the point. And full honesty, I used AI to make the slides in this video. The difference is I wrote the point, AI just made it look good. That's the whole game. That executive in Detroit was right to worry. When everyone's output looks the same, people stop reading. But the fix isn't less AI, it's putting yourself back in. Your point, your judgment, your ability to defend it in the room. That's what's still yours and what makes you impossible to skip past. I put everything from this video, the prompts, the 6 lenses, the prep drill into a free slide toolkit at irinagrak.com and subscribe because next time we go deeper. Make your slide and your case something only you could make. No hype, no homework.